Hey everybody, Mark Dawes here, and you may have seen in the press recently that the government is planning to make autism and learning disability training mandatory for all NHS staff. And if you look at this website here, which is the National Autistic Society webpage, you can see that there is an article on this here. And this has got some backing, if you look. I mean, if you come down here, it's got ministerial backing on this, because they found out that very few healthcare professionals are getting training in this area. And one of the ministers has said it would be a missed opportunity if we did not consider in our consultation the training requirements of staff to better support autistic people as well as those with learning disabilities. And now on another website, which is PsychReg, they're saying here why NHS staff should receive mandatory training in autism and learning disability. And I'll put links to these web pages below this article so you can have a look at this. But if we scroll down the article, the lobbying here has been about by a young boy's mother, who the boy unfortunately died as a result of various complications. But she says this, she said, if the doctors and nurses had been trained to understand how to make reasonable adjustments for Oliver as a person with autism and a mild learning disability, they would have known how to adapt the environment to meet his needs. They would have known how to adapt their communication, using humour to settle his anxiety in a crisis and de-escalate the situation further. And she honestly believes that if they had training in autism, her son would be alive today. Now, for those of us that teach restraint, PMVA, MVA, whatever you wish to call it, you know, we also build into that conflict resolution models and conflict management training and communication skills training to reduce the need to go hands-on. And this is now, you know, on the government's agenda. They're actually looking at making this mandatory. Now, we identified this years ago, actually, and if you come to our website here, you come to our homepage, you will see that down on the left-hand menu here, we actually have a product called Autism Awareness Training. Now, we put this out in 2016, and the people that put this product together for us, Mark and Arlene Sproul, they've done amazing work with this. Now, they actually have 2 children that have autism. And they were told years ago that, you know, and I hope they don't mind me sharing this, but they as parents were told by someone in the education system that their children would never amount to much and they'd probably end up stacking shelves in Tesco's. Now, these 2 have pioneered work with this because they would not lie down and take that. And one of their children is now, I believe he just graduated from university and he's going on to do another degree or a higher degree at university. And their other child is in college doing creative design and all sorts of wonderful stuff. So they've actually exceeded far beyond what the education system would allow and or would perceive. And they actually had a professor fly over from Spain to look at the work that they're actually doing in this. And they've done groundbreaking stuff on this. Well, I asked them years ago, because we identified that this was an issue. We identified this in schools as well as healthcare. And Mark and Arlene very kindly put this package together for us. And we deliver this now as part of our restraint training, our PMVA training. And we actually got them because we thought this would be so valuable for other people. We got them to put the whole pack together so that you can have it if you want it. So all the PowerPoints are there. I mean, everything's in here. There's handouts, there's downloads. There's actually even an additional bonus. We put a video in here of Mark actually delivering an autism session. So you can have all this if you want it. You can have it for the extortionate price of £67 plus VAT. Absolute craziness. So we're not out to break the bank on this one for you, but we're offering this for you at this price because we think it is so important. You know, we've identified this. We identified this years ago, which is why we put this thing together. And we'd encourage you as a trainer to actually go out there and implement this in your training. Now, you don't have to buy our stuff. You know, you might have your own package. You might have someone else that's got a package for you. But here's the key thing. You know, restraint reduction now is a big issue out there. So it's not about teaching more and more technical skills of how we can restrain more and more and more. It's actually about reducing the need to do that. And this is a great tool that will allow us to do it. So if you're interested, and if you hear the phone ringing there, that's probably someone else ringing us about with another question. If you're interested in this, it's there. Go to the website. You can find us at www.nfps.info. Scroll down the left-hand side, find the Autism Awareness Training button, click on it, have a look at it, and if you want it, buy it. Why wouldn't you? Okay, thanks ever so much. I hope that helps. Speak to you soon.